Welcome, welcome. I'm going to play this video that I made for you all yesterday. Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear
Yes.
anything.
Yes, you can hear it?
Oh, I can hear it.
Oh, okay. The music is very low, so we can focus on the
It's-
visuals for now. All right, so I am Jay Z and I focus on AI video. Today we're going to talk about why I make videos and then what to make videos of. So I just joined OGC, I think 2 weeks ago, and it's been a really unique community, like lots of amazing, smart women, but helping each other. So I wanted to get a sense of you all. Let's just start with what makes you scared of AI video, if anything. If you could tell me or put it in the chat.
Do
Nothing?
you want to type it? Or, for me, I'm not scared. I don't know where to start.
Ah, okay, great. And Ali is saying the same thing as Christina, not necessarily scared, but unsure how best to use it. So great, you gals are in the curious set, and you want to know how to use it. Is there anything else that you're curious about?
For me, it's because I'm now building my own business since 3 months, like building my own pipeline and all of that. So I was just curious, can I use it and how can I use it for that purpose?
Awesome. Building your own pipeline, marketing, sales. How can you use AI video? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Christina. And Ali, you're saying fill the content gap on social. So, am I correct to assume that you're not really on social media for your business yet, but you want to be and you don't know how to get started? Oh, or if you can tell us more, that would be great. What is the gap that you're talking about?
Sure, I'll just talk. So I run social media for some of my clients, and where they're looking to get into producing more videos, but don't necessarily have the budget or the resources to create those videos. And so my question is really, where can AI fill in some of that gap?
Oh, that's awesome. So, a lot of the tools I'm going to show today have a free plan. And so, we're going to make some videos today for free. Then in the end of this session, I'll make some videos for you, but it'd be great if you could think about now, or even comment now, one sentence that you'd want me to make a video about. So it could be one sentence about the product or the tagline that you already have for your brand. It could be about the ICP and target persona who's looking for you, or the problem that you're solving for them. And then last, it could be about the industry niche. So do you have any of these ironed out, or do you know any of these points for Christina, your consulting business, or Ali, for your clients?
So you kind of want to know my service, what I provide, and what the ICP is. Is that like if okay, cool. If I type, should I just type that? Is that easier?
Yeah, type in, and it could be something from your LinkedIn or your website, or something that you already have that's short and catchy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm so sorry, I can only stay for the next 10 minutes. It took me a couple minutes to figure out how to get in here.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll try to do this again because there's a technical
Yeah,
glitch.
that would be awesome.
I seriously tested everything else but the beginning part. So.
Well, that would be great. If you offer it again, I'll come back.
Do a longer session. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I was like sweating. I'm like, how can this have happened? All right. So we'll, Christina, give you some time to think about it. And then
I'm just typing. It's just, I'm almost there. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Take your time. And there are 3 types of AI video. And the main difference is between existing content and new content. I really think that you all probably have existing content that's, not made with AI, a webinar that's true to you. And that's a great place to start, is to repurpose existing content. But of course, you can make new content. So I'm going to go through 3 types. 1 is existing, 2 is kind of a remix of existing and new, and then 3 is new content. All right. Any questions so far?
No.
Nope.
Okay. So for existing content, it's short edits that repurpose long talks. So do you all have podcasts or webinars or longer discussions that you've recorded already?
Not yet, but I will at some point.
Not yet? Okay. Ali, for your clients, since they're already on social, do they have talks that they've already given?
We do. We have some video content, but our business is direct to consumer. So it's a little bit different in terms of the type of content that we have that's already created that's in video format.
Okay.
We have things like video testimonials, but some of them are quite long, but could be chopped up into shorter bits.
Oh, great. Yeah, so you have the video testimonials that could have B-roll or stock video instead of just the talking heads.
Yep.
And then I'm sure you have written content, so that text can be turned into video if it's never been a video before. So people really like starting this way because it gets over the blank canvas and it makes them feel like, oh, I have stuff. I don't need to invest a lot of time in creating new things. So it sounds like, for Christina, you're still making content. But Ali, do you think this is a good place for your clients to start, or are they looking for something really fresh and new that looks different, like AI? Are they looking to repurpose, you think, or are they looking for something new?
I think both. We're looking to do both. So easier ways to take the existing content and repurpose it, but also new ways of introducing video that we don't have content for.
Okay, great. So this is a way to get your foot in the door, or I think I'm mixing metaphors, like a toe in the water. So this is a really comfortable way to get started. The next way is to make videos with movie-like landscapes. So I'm gonna show you some AI generated videos in a second, but this is not so much stock footage, but it's like using AI to have a prompt, like have a cat, jumping over the moon, or like making a film as if you were an animator, but for free. So, do you all have a movie idea that is on brand or illustrates the product that you're selling? Maybe Ali, you probably might have some from a direct consumer perspective.
We do. Actually, we just created a video kind of using AI for OTT. And so the product is a vaginal insert for women who are experiencing stress urinary incontinence. So we used a lot of images of women laughing, jumping, sneezing, kind of going about their daily lives in those moments where they would have leakage.
Okay. So you used the AI to make the facial expressions?
I think we used it to source the videos themselves.
Oh, like the
I think
stock
we
videos.
used, yep, exactly.
Okay, great. So that's exactly what I'm talking about, that you can use existing stock videos, but time them, like time the sources to your text, or you could generate new ones. So that's the second way. And then, oh, hello. Sorry about the link mix up, but welcome. And then the third way is videos that resemble you. So I reserved this for last because, this avatar, she's mirroring you and she obviously is fake. And so a lot of people, when they think about having an avatar of themselves, they get really nervous and they're like, oh, I don't want to have people think that I'm not being myself. And the way that I've seen a lot of success is when people say, oh, here's my avatar. It's obviously not me. I'm being transparent. But what do you think? Like, does she look like me? Do you want to talk to her or not? And so that's a really, I guess, current way to think about, helping your clients think about innovation. If they feel comfortable innovating and taking the risk, if they feel like they need to know more before they take a risk, that's a really good way to gauge and qualify new clients, but also restart a conversation with existing clients or old clients that you haven't worked with in the past. So any questions about this third type of avatar video that resembles you but isn't really you? Okay. So these three types of video each serve a unique purpose. That first, short repurposing is to grab attention, because a 60-minute webinar, not everyone is going to download it and listen to it this week. So if they see a 1-minute, 30-second clip about it, they're like, oh, I'm going to download it and listen to it next month. Second is the movie. It really illustrates and shows an idea, not just tell about it. So you can tell, your clients, oh, I have, done this amazing results production. But until you show them a testimonial, like, Ali, you've shown your clients, it doesn't really land until someone else says it or you show them an example. So the movies are really good for telling a story. And then the third, with your face and your avatar, even if it's fake, it's a way to build trust and show that you know the difference between what's real and fake, and you're also excited about new technology. So there are these three types of videos, each with a different purpose. And don't just choose one. So if you have one message, you can make 3 types of video for the same message. So it's the same text, but different visuals. And then the last is personalization. So you can use a trigger, like, oh, I saw that you posted a video, or I saw that you interacted with a video, Nancy. We'd love to have you be one of our, interview you for a product, or be a guest speaker. So that's a way to close and open a conversation. And one-on-one messaging, I think, is the most powerful use of video. So we all think of video as like en masse, marketed to everyone. But if you've been starting a sales cycle with a client and you want to close, send them a video instead of sending them a proposal. Like send them a video in addition to a proposal, or send them like a weekly, hey, thinking about your problem, here's an update on what I see in the market, and you'll break through before everyone else starts making videos. Right now, only a few people are making videos. But of course, you can also use videos in marketing to fill that social media gap and A/B test, the same message across different visuals. And don't spend more than an hour before you publish your video, as long as it's real and doesn't say anything unintentionally insulting. Make sure that you kind of get into the cadence of publishing without being scared of, oh, this video has to be perfect. If you make 5 videos, then you can get the data for all 5, versus like, oh, this video is like the only one, make it or break it. So, think about what you want me to make a video for you about. But I'm going to pause to see if there are any questions, and I'm going to queue up some of my video examples. So any questions?
I was basically curious, like you just said, to see some examples or see some of the tools that you would use or recommend. That would be super.
Yeah, that's great. Let me queue up an example. And then, Carissa, do you have any goals or fears about video as I'm queuing those things up?
More just like curiosity. So thanks for organizing this session. I kind of was just more interested and curious about using or leveraging these tools to kind of level up my interview or my application, my job applications. Because I have been like using Loom for, I guess, for context for some, and wonder if these like strategies or tools can help kind of just more refine it versus like me just like currently sharing screens and yeah, just kind of making it cleaner and I guess more attention grabbing.
Currently sharing screens?
So like right now I'm like using Loom to kind of when I'm applying for like a job, so sharing like a Loom video. So it's been working well for me, but I wanted to see again like if I could use some of these tools or these strategies to maybe make it better or make it cleaner, crisper, all that. So yeah, just really like genuinely curious about yeah, what you're kind of offering.
Yeah, so different use cases. You're looking for a job, and Christina, she's starting her own consultancy, and I teach this class on prospecting using podcasting. So the people in your podcast would be the people who would hire you either full-time or as a consultant. And Carolyn was on my podcast. She's not someone I'm hard selling to. I just saw her in a lot of AI talks, and I just think that she's super smart about the intersection of mobile and data. So I did this podcast with her, cold outreach, she said yes, and uploaded this video, which is 30 minutes. And then on Substack, they just launched a free clip maker. So from this video open setting, you can go to this tab called Clips, and they automatically make 10 clips of the long form format for you. And then you can also create a new clip using this transcription selection. So you can say, I want to create a clip with only this part, and then it'll edit just this green part. So, oh, thanks, Carissa, for the likes. Do you think you start a podcast with your hiring managers, or what do you like about this tool?
No, I do love how you can kind of create new edits or new versions with just one, like kind of being able to maximize content. And I'm also kind of seeing how I could use it so I'm looking for a 9 to 5, but I also freelance. So I'm a copywriter. So I can see how I could use more, maybe a generic version, and maybe more tailored ones depending on when I'm applying. So yeah, all
Cool.
thumbs up here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more work to use video because people see that this is a role or this is a article that you're really passionate about, and that helps you stand above the competition. So I hope you'll give it a try. Christina, before we move on to the next section, the part about making movies, do you have any questions or comments?
You mentioned something about being able to take a piece of, because I write blogs actually, I just don't have a podcast or any long form video yet, but long form. So you mentioned something that can be also, but not in Substack, I assume, but in another tool where that could maybe be made into a clip or video as well.
Yeah. So this is Make Reels, and you can type in a blog to reel. So this is just a link to your blog, and you don't have to paste like the whole SEO article. But once you paste the link, it'll scrape all the words. And for Carissa, this applies to you too. If you're a writer, it'll scrape all the words, and then it'll match them to this stock video that every 15 seconds it'll have a new image to the summary of your text.
That's really cool.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You think you would use it?
I'll try it and see what happens, because my content is quite, I would say, technical in a way, but not too technical, because I'm doing customer insights for tech and engineering businesses, and I'm just really curious to see what it does out of the blog. So yes, I'll try it and then let you know how it's like.
Yeah, so it will generate a summary for you, and
Discover Primary, New York's leading early-stage investment firm. Primary manages over a...
I don't know if you heard the video. Oh, you can't see it because it's in a different...
Yeah, I can only see the overview of 4 reels at the moment.
Can you see this now?
Yeah.
Can you hear this?
Discover Primary, New York's leading early-stage investment firm.
Okay, so I took their website and I put it into a...
Discover Primary.
And
Discover Primary, New York's leading early...
now it created the summary. It created a title with 5 summary titles, and half of them were wrong, so I had to go back and edit them. So to your point, it might not be correct in the beginning, but it certainly gives you a blank canvas, fills in half of it, and then you can go back and correct the parts that are important to you, that's missing, or the parts that are just flat out wrong. So with AI, human in the loop is really important.
That's useful. Thank you for showing that.
You're welcome. And we can make one together at the end. I also want to show you this other one. It's called Replicate. So it is this image video generator. So this video is completely new. It's not stock video. No one else has it. And this is the prompt of a beautiful forest in this style of this artist. And so you could generate movie-like stories that seem more like fantasy, whereas the stock video can seem more like an ad. And in this, you have to do a little more work, right? It doesn't just scrape in your 5 titles. You have to think, oh, well, if I'm going to show a client that I'm able to strategically think like the forest and not just focus on one tree, I would have to make a video about the forest in the trees. And so that takes a little more effort, but then you'll definitely stand out. Like no one is going to have the same video as you.
What is this tool called? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, it's called Replicate. So it's
Replicate, okay.
It's like everything I've shown you so far is free. But this one is like 25 cents per generation. And usually, right now, the pricing is like $1 per minute. So this is more of a challenger model. It's a little cheaper, and I think it's actually better than some of the other like Runway or Pikas or Soras that you've heard out there. Any questions about this, or does it seem kind of like far-fetched?
It looks really interesting. That's why I wanted to ask for the tool so I can kind of look at it and see maybe because I like the idea of creating analogies, and like you say, I do that a lot as well. So who knows? It could be very useful. I never thought about it. So basically, you're opening all these avenues of like, oh, maybe I could try that. So.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's inspiring. Like once you get started, you can go on like make a video every day, go forever. You know. So the trick is just to get started. So. Okay. Well, we'll do the last show and tell, which is this avatar video, and this is me. I code in addition to make videos, and I always get this question, you know, if I'm making this AI software for someone else in my accelerator, do they have to do the work? Am I going to teach them to do it, or am I going to do it for them? So this is the answer to, do I have to do all the work and quit my job? Just ask.
No, you don't have to quit your job. Jay-Z can do all the work for you in 20 days for $20,000 to validate your idea.
Did you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
So
That's wild.
so that's obviously like not me, but it's a picture of me, and I would
Right.
never kind of pass this off as, you know, real. I always want to label that this is AI, and you know, it's a conversation starter, because I do get this question all the time, and I don't want to be answering it all the time. So clients come prepared, they're like, oh, I'm never going to do that, or like, oh, okay, like I would entertain that. And so they come prepared with some information. They feel like they know my face a little bit. And so we'll get on the call and they'll be like, oh, I feel like I already know you, you know, and that's a great part of any job interview or prospecting call, if they feel like they know what they're expecting and kind of already connect to your face. So yeah, do you all think you would try this one? Well, she's blinking at us now.
I mean, I feel like I would try anything once. I'm trying to figure out, I guess, in the context of what I do, because it is so. I feel like, yeah, I'm sure you all heard of like all the conversations around like AI and like creatives, like copywriters, right? So it'd be fun to actually like be able to leverage anything. I've been leveraging AI tools like even in my work, right? And um, kind of my selling point is like I am like still creative and like human first. So I don't know. It'd be interesting. I would totally like try it and see if it resonates, but I don't know if it's like shooting myself in the foot because it's like the only human in my I guess line of work is me literally. So, but yeah, it'd be cool to see. It's kind of like I guess like it's almost like a like a live chatbot. How I'm imagining it, right? Instead of like talking to like chatting on with a person, you can just see their
Exactly.
face. So yeah.
Yeah. So it could shoot yourself in the foot because then they're like, oh, she's not going to show up live for the meetings. But, you could always say, I'm going to show up live for all the meetings, but this is just to answer any questions before the meeting.
Also, as well, reflecting on it, like what brand do I want to create? And I quite like the idea of at least showing the clients that I'm trying new things. Because for me, it's about identifying product growth opportunities from the customer insights and things like that. So I obviously have to show that I'm top of the game. So it's actually really interesting to try that out, just for, like you said, for illustration purposes. Look at all the tools I'm trying, so you can trust me that I'm trying the best tools for you as well, kind of thing. So
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so you want to show that you're tech forward, that you're on top of all the launches. Yeah, exactly. So that's a great conversation starter because you don't expect them to actually use this, but you can say, hey, did you know this was out there, right? And you can be the vehicle for all the innovation.
yeah. I'm sorry, what was this again called? I'm today. It's just because it's late in the evening. I forgot.
This is called DID, so it's D-ID.
And Jenny, would you mind like just sharing a list afterward too, or I might have missed it like earlier in the call.
Yeah, I can share a list afterwards of all the different
Okay, cool.
softwares. They are changing every day, but I'll share the ones that I'm using right now, and I've tested, and they actually work.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, again, like I feel like I'm kind of like brainstorming here, but I could imagine this too, like maybe not me being the subject of like this assistant or whatever have you call it, but it could be something you like upsell, right? As like to your clients, like you could leverage this tool for XYZ.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
To position it more of I guess like a thought leader, tech forward professional versus like you using it for your service. It could also just be like, hey, I know this tool. Maybe you could use it for something, right?
Yeah, so it's a great conversation about the most commonly asked question, because that's what this is used for on websites, right? Like where you always get the first question is like about price, or like the first question is where can I put this? So it my clients commonly, like after we train it with the top asked questions, they do put it on their website, and it does in the end it asks them like, do you want to book a call? So it does generate leads. But I think the conversation starter is like, what's the most common question you get? And that's like a great thing to talk to someone else about because it's very low pressure. Because they answer that question like all the time. So.
I was also thinking, have you seen people use it for almost like a what's it called? Like a brand. Oh, what's that thing called in English? I forgot. Like, when you have a mascot. Yeah.
Yeah.
When people actually create like a talking mascot that is just intentionally not human, but like an animal or some brand symbol or something. Can you give anything a face basically, or is it should it be a human picture that can talk? I'm just
You can
curious.
give anything a face. So they have these pre-made faces, but a lot of these tools you can just upload a photo of the tiger or the mascot, and it'll talk to you.
Because that's really cool. Not that I'm thinking I have a mascot, but that's like immediately because I'm thinking like if you don't want to it's the same thing with a lot of UI experience. Like you don't want to create the expectation that the user is going to rely on a certain pattern if that pattern genuinely won't exist. So like unless that human is like super real, it's like you better go away from it in a way that makes it clear from the start that it's not a human. That's what I was thinking of. Like it's super useful to have someone like interact with you, because it's easier than to read it. And then I was thinking, okay, maybe I can create some avatar.
Yeah,
But
I think
that's
something that obviously is not real can even be better, right? Because then there's no question of like, are you tricking me? And it can be more fun. Like people like to talk to characters, but not reveal everything to another human. So it's much easier to talk to like Mickey Mouse than a human looking alike. Okay.
Interesting.
Any other questions before I ask you all to put a sentence that I can make a video of?
I guess we can get to it. I just don't know what prompt to give you. That's kind of where I'm.
Oh, yeah. So the 5 topics are either your product, your tagline, the ICP's looking for you, the problem you solve, or your industry niche.
Okay, gotcha.
Most of you have like a LinkedIn bio, like summary that's just one sentence. You can give me that, or
Okay,
anything really.
sure. Oh, go ahead. I'll just look for mine.
Christina, you put one in, right?
Yeah, I've typed the description of my service. I don't know if that's a useful thing.
Yeah, I like this. So 4-week done for you customer insights service for B2B product and marketing leaders to tackle churn reasons and find and validate product service growth opportunities. Okay, great. So do you want to make it a stock video? I think that would be the easiest one right now. Or we can make your avatar if you want to give me a photo of yourself.
I think I'm interested in seeing what it comes up for a stock video.
Okay. Let's do the stock video. And Carissa, as we're doing that, you can put a sentence in for representing you. I'm just queuing up the right screen. Christina offers should we generate?
Mm-hmm.
Unlock business success with Christina's 4-week customer insights service. 1. This service effectively tackles churn reasons by providing actionable insights for retention strategies. 2. Identify key growth opportunities that allow businesses to expand and innovate in their market. 3. Gain valuable insights into customer behavior, empowering teams to make informed.
Okay, so this has, this text and the same video background, but we can change all of that. So, Christina, do you want to change the text or do you want to change the video background?
I think I'd want to change the video background because right now it shows me more like I don't know, because people walking around gives me more of an impression of the B2C. Like, don't know why, it's just like as in a shopping mall or something. So I'm thinking more like if it can show like an engineer, in a factory or somebody working in an office, because these tools are like software tools or
Do you like any of these?
Yeah, just pick which one? That one. Maybe pick the one at the top right, just for the sake of it.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
See what.
So that'll be for the first video, and then you can go and pick for the next ones. For the next one,
Okay.
the search term is still engineer, so do you want to pick one of these other ones, or do you want me to put a new search term?
And what does this next sentence say? I mean, to be honest, this is just experiment, right? So we can just put another of those pictures.
Yeah, so this one is about churn, insights, retention.
Yeah, what happens if you put a complicated word like churn in? What does it do? Or retention, would it?
Oh, it's hard.
Okay,
That's definitely
what
not
about
churn.
retention?
Like churning butter.
What's that?
No, the other image looked like churning butter, like literal
Oh,
churn.
yeah. Yeah, retention.
Maybe put finance, maybe because it's related to business finances, so maybe we can pick any of those, perhaps like that app, where it goes up and down. I mean, it's the stock market, but
Oh, this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so let's play this again from beginning.
Unlock business success with Christina's 4-week customer insights service. 1. This service effectively tackles churn reasons by providing actionable insights for retention strategies. 2. Identify key growth opportunities that allow businesses to expand and innovate in their market.
So I switched up the videos a little bit. I know you wanted the other one first, but you get an idea of how you can change the text and change the videos.
Thank you for showing. I'll definitely experiment with that. Like
You're
you say,
Yeah.
that's definitely a good starting point to just experiment with. So thanks for that.
Okay, great. And if you get stuck or have any questions, happy to do a follow-up call. I always do like a 30-minute free consult.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, Carissa, this is a long one. So
I know, sorry. I just totally copy pasted from like my about me.
do you want
We
to
could use this one.
What's that?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Do you want to try just your website and see if it scrapes it, or do you want me to put the whole thing?
Sure, yeah, let's do that. I'm
I know you both
curious.
have a lot of content on blogs, so let's see if it's able to scrape your website.
Unlocking creative strategies for SMBs. Meet Carissa Vicencio. Carissa Vicencio is a Toronto-based creative consultant, specializing in copywriting and brand strategy.
Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of. Like it's not, I guess, encompassing, but I just don't work with SMBs. But yeah, it's a really good start.
Okay. Yeah, so if you want, we can, put what you wrote in the chat instead and compare it, or we can start editing this one. What do you prefer?
I would love to see kind of what this brings up. This is kind of more, I guess, updated. Truthfully, I haven't really updated my website copy yet, but yeah, I'm just curious what it brings up. The creative is pretty, I guess spot on in terms of like someone on the desk, I guess.
Oh, the videos?
Mm-hmm.
How a dancer's skills transform copywriting and storytelling. 1. A professional dancer's precision enhances the storytelling process, making narratives more impactful and engaging.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
2. Years of performance experience translate into captivating copy that resonates with diverse audiences across platforms.
I
Well,
like
it's
that.
definitely more you, updated, so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I like how it kind of turned into like a, I guess, a pitch, like a why me. Yeah.
Because now I know your story, right? And that's something that most people don't tell or don't niche down. So everyone, like I meet like 10 marketers a day. I'm like, they're all the same, you know, until they tell me their specialty or their niche. And your story as a dancer is so memorable to you.
Yeah. Love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you want to find a different video or you feel like you're good to go?
I mean, I'd love a female in the video, maybe.
Any of these?
Oh, sorry. I could do like, I guess, yeah, that's cute. Like it's two people, I guess. Or maybe oh, sorry, the one like to the left of it. Not completely.
This one?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens now.
Oh,
How a
right.
dancer's skills transform copy.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, I was just reacting.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think you get a good sense of, you know, the things that you can change and customize to make it true and on brand for you. Any questions?
No, I wanted to say thank you for showing us those tools. I wouldn't have found them myself.
Yeah.
I was curious actually, what do you do with those tools? Because you mentioned something about a service, and I'm just curious, what is it that you offer to your clients?
Yeah, so I'm building my own AI video software. That's half of what I do. But in terms of my consulting, you know, I offer them mostly like a sales-led video process. You know, they open with a webinar, podcast, or video, and then they have a text conversation over messaging like LinkedIn or email, and then they close with video again, which is not a mass video. It's like a personal video of their real selves, figuring out what problem the client already has and how they can best solve it. And so it's a video-led sales process. Sometimes I build software for people too, because once they get the process down, they don't want to have to like go through all the different softwares to stitch them all together. So I'll build like a one like button process for them.
That's so cool. And who are your main clients in terms of, are there specific industries? Is this B2C, B2B, or?
Yeah, so I'm looking for executive coaches and solopreneurs, people who really don't want to hire anyone full time, but they work with a lot of consultants here and there as needed, and they want to really automate like 50% of their day, right? Because they don't want to be like making two pieces of software talk to each other.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I really love this community. Thanks for your participation and like putting yourself out there with these sentences and even trying the video. I think it's you know, it takes some bravery. So kudos to you both.
No, appreciate you hosting this. Yeah, I feel like I echo Christine. I feel like it's so overwhelming with all the new tools. So it's nice to know someone who's kind of like, okay, test it out some and like have successes in some too. So it's super helpful. I'll definitely be reaching out when I have a sense of what I want to be doing more concretely.
Yeah. definitely reach out and we can finish these videos or unblock any part that's like you're spending too much time on. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you both,
You
and
too.
I look forward to seeing your videos.
Thanks. Thanks all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.